Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm just here walking the streets of Phuket. Thought I would share some insight on what I am seeing as far as differences between Thailand and the Philippines. Try to give you my honest take. I've been here for 3.5 weeks in Thailand and it's been amazing. The things I see though, as far as comparisons, are prices. Again, I've heard that I am actually here during the most popular time where they actually bump prices up. So again, if you're coming in, December and January, we're talking about having a bump in price. I'll go over those prices with you now. When I am comparing housing, as far as like a hotel or Airbnb like I'm staying in now, the price I'm paying now is about double the price that I pay in the Philippines for a hotel. So you're looking at about 1,700 pesos to 2,000 pesos per night in the Philippines, whereas here you're looking more like closer to 4,000 pesos per night. The next thing is food. That's the big shocking thing to me is, again, I don't like to eat out at the cheaper restaurants. You can go get street food anywhere. But as far as comparison for good food, the pricing here is about double the price of the Philippines, depending on what you're looking at. Now, if you're looking for like a westernized restaurant like TGI Fridays, or if you're looking at like Texas Roadhouse, those are very similar. But as far as their basic restaurants here that you find on the streets, I'm looking at about double the price. Again, that's from what I am seeing. Next thing I want to say is as far as things to do. Now, there's a lot of things to do here in Thailand. But again, there's a lot of things to do in the Philippines. Depends on your preference. Here, I've been on lots of excursions. I've seen James Bond Island. I've seen PP Island. I went to dinner shows with elephants and where you have a buffet before you actually see a dinner show. And those prices are about, say, $50 per ticket. Again, $50 per person. So not an extravagant amount compared to the US where you're probably paying $150 to $250 per show. So it's a pretty big difference. But pricing is key here because a lot of guys are always asking for comparisons to other places they could actually call home when they finally retire. In Thailand here, again, I've been to 3 different cities. I have been to Bangkok. I stayed 1 week in Bangkok. I spent 4 days in Hue Hin. And now I've been here in Phuket for 2 weeks. And Phuket is the higher of the lot that I've been to, but it's also the very best city I've been to here in Thailand. The nightlife is so much better, in my opinion. So much more things to do as far as excursions. I have been to so many excursions. Actually, I'm walking now to actually book another excursion, like a catamaran for the day, something like that. But the excursions are awesome. But again, it's the same thing in the Philippines. Excursions there are amazing. And again, the pricing a little bit lower in the Philippines. Again, that's just my take of it so far. Again, I am here during that busy month, December, January. So that could make a huge difference on the pricing here. Because I've heard it's so much cheaper with certain things. People say, for example, the housing is cheaper here. I'm only going by the hotels that I've actually stayed at. And I'm usually paying about double what I pay in the Philippines when I travel. But as far as housing, I have not checked out any condos. People say that the housing, as far as renting a condo, is cheaper with better facilities. Again, I have not seen that yet because I haven't checked into any condos to rent or anything like that here on vacation. But again, I have not seen the price differentials that I heard about before I came here. Prices seem to be quite a bit higher than what I was expecting. But I've enjoyed my stay tremendously. It's a great country. Everyone seems to be polite. And when it comes to the people are very, very nice here. but it is still not the Philippines. The Philippines people make the country what it is. And there's just not a comparison of anywhere I've been in this world where I can compare the niceness, the sincerity, the honesty of the people, like I can say here in the Philippines. Again, amazing, amazing, amazing people in the Philippines. They make this country what it actually is. Next thing I'll talk about as far as the streets. I thought that I'd be seeing things like cleaner, and there is more to do. I will say that there is probably more to do here in a small town than there is in a town like in the Philippines. Because again, you can come here to Phuket and you can do up to like 100 excursions. They have a huge variety of excursions you can do. But when I'm talking about the Philippines as a whole, again, the people are amazing. There's so much beauty there. The pricing, to me, seems to be more favorable for the guys coming over to retire. And here in Thailand, again, from what I am seeing, you're gonna have to bump that budget up quite a bit to live here throughout the year. Again, bumping it up from what you're paying in the Philippines, what you could pay in the Philippines, and you're gonna pay a little bit extra here in Thailand. Again, a lot of different reasons. Pricing of food, unless you want to eat street food. Again, you can actually go out there and you can eat street food and pay about the same price as you are in the Philippines. I don't tend to go that route. I like to go the route of eating nicer restaurants and doing the nicer things. But I would say, as far as Thailand, Phuket's by far my favorite. It's by far the most expensive of all the stops I've made. Loved Bangkok, but again, it's a huge city, guys. It reminded me so much of New York. So again, that's not my cup of tea. I like the island vibe, the island feel, and I definitely did not get that in Bangkok. Hua Hin I've heard a lot about because a lot of expats go there and retire. Again, I thought the pricing again was a little higher than expected. It's my personal opinion. Again, I was only there for 4 days, but during that 4 days, I ate out quite a bit, stayed at a nice hotel. But again, the hotel was about double the price I pay for a hotel in the Philippines, and the pricing on the food was the same thing. So again, I see why people would go there, because there's a lot of foreigners I saw walking down the streets, more than any place I've ever been probably here in Asia, was in Hua Hin. Now here in Phuket, foreigners are everywhere. Again, this is a major travel destination. So again, they are everywhere. Foreigners are everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's probably more foreigners than there are locals from what I see. But again, Phuket is what it is. It's probably the best destination you could possibly make in Thailand from what I am seeing. I have not been up north. I have not been over to the west or the east. Again, there's a conflict going on right now at the border, so I didn't want to go that direction. But again, from the 3 cities I've been to, Phuket is by far the best destination, but you are going to be paying for that better destination. So to round it up and sum it all up for you guys, I still believe the Philippines is by far the best place to retire for expats and for foreigners. One of the main reasons: language barrier, price, things to do, places to live. Just an amazing culture there in the Philippines, and I think it's by far the best decision you could actually make is moving and retiring to the Philippines, because I believe by far it's my favorite. I love the Philippines. I miss it every single day while I've been here on this vacation. But again, I do love it here in Thailand. But again, the language barrier was pretty rough on me. Not many people here at all. I mean, even when you're on an excursion or like at a restaurant or like on a tour, no one speaks English. It's very, very tough to have to use an app. So I don't like using apps. But I hope this answers a lot of questions for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. To all my champions out there, you guys are the greatest. Thank you guys so much. If you have not subscribed and you like my content, hit that subscribe button. Let me know I'm doing a good job. Until next time, guys, as always, I love the Philippines and I love Thailand.